Hey there, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I am back with you again today to share how I planned this week in my Classic Happy Planner. There is a look at last week, and it's so pretty and floral and really springy, and I wanted to continue on the use of fun colors, so I decided that I was going to not only do that, but use a bunch of these brand new stamp sets from the Ton. They are crazy good and super, super, super functional. And what I hope to show you today by using these with the Wrong Wrong Happy Planner stickers is that it's not an either or. You can use them both together. So find some stamp sets that have things that you use repeatedly. Now you can see I already selected some stickers and I put them on the wax paper. I love that suggestion that, according to Allie on Instagram, has given us. It's wonderful. Now, you can see I have a whole bunch of sticky notes for activities that I have upcoming this week that I am going to plan around. Now, I'm starting with a decorative sticker, and all of my decorative items will be stickers. I'm not using any decorative stamping. I'm just going to use that for the function. So I'm also, like I already said, going to combine stickers and stamping. So you can see right here I used a larger heart as a bullet point sticker for that particular activity. Now, I am a big fan of this because I find that generally, yes, I can do almost anything with stickers, right? But I think that stamping allows me to be a little bit more creative. It allows me to customize things a little bit more. And quite frankly, when you get down to it, stamping can be really cost effective because you can use, once you've purchased that stamp, you could use it over and over and over again. Now I'm going to pull out this cute little push pin. I just love it. I think it's adorable. It's got kind of just a really fun look to it. And I often use a push pin when I'm stamping. I think it's such a fun icon and really fun to use in my planning as well. So I'm going to ink that up on the VersaFine Clair ink pad. I'm using a bigger stamp pad than normal because, well, if you want to know the truth, I could not find my regular stamp pad that I use normally, and I didn't want to delay, so I decided to just use this bigger one. And I'm going to use this fun bright pink color throughout the layout. I'm not going to switch my ink colors. And sometimes I do switch the ink colors, but this week I'm just not going to. And one of the reasons is because A, it matches well with the color palette, but B, I wanted to show you how versatile stamping is and not even switching up the ink. Now that stamp set that I just had out from the Ton is so cute, and I love how there's just so many different boxes and shapes to be used in the planning. Now that sticker, I just trimmed off a little girl that was on the edge, not because she wasn't cute and I didn't like her, but because it didn't really truly fit with the overall theme of this layout. So I just trimmed her off and I was still able to use the box just fine, and it certainly didn't hurt things at all. And I added that cute little flower. It was so cute, and I love the color palette for those too, so it was really fun. I really do love pastels. I can't help myself, and so whenever I have the chance to use them, it's really exciting. Now I've pulled out this, I think that typically in the Happy Planner stickers you would call it like a half box, but it's really not. And I'm going to ink it right up, and then I'm going to stamp it not within the lines, having it overlap the two just a little bit. And I love that to offset it a tiny bit. I just think it's really fun. It adds a little bit of whimsicalness. And I'm just not the hugest fan of having every single thing go from line to line, like like that top left box does. I love to have some that fit differently. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. Now I'm keeping all my plans in the top two boxes because I'm going to add my to-do lists at the bottom. Now you can see I'm trimming off another girl on the side, and again, exact same thing as before. It just doesn't really work with what I'm doing this week, not because I didn't like the girl, and I love to modify things to make them work for me. Now I'm able to go back to my wax paper and find a couple more of those little flowers that I already pulled out. I just love this idea because I've already selected all of these things that I think that might work, and if I have a couple left over at the end, I can either leave them on the wax paper or I can put them back where they came from. Now I'm going to use this long banner to decorate another decorative section, but first I want to pull out one of these boxes in here to layer it on top of, just to make it a little bit more interesting. I think that it makes the whole thing feel a little bit more cohesive and pulled together. So as you can see, I'm layering one of those little monthly boxes underneath the bloom, and then I will use some activity stickers with that cluster as well when I get there. Now I'm going to be stamping again. There are just so many beautiful and amazing stamps that are coming from the ton, and hopefully I'm going to be able to share those with you as the months go on. They're just absolutely wonderful, and I'm really excited about them because there's just something for everyone. Just like right here, I'm going to use this little star to notate my activity again, and this is for a baseball game. And so I'm using that slightly larger icon just to, as a bullet point right there, you can see, and then writing directly on the page. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm not putting anything in the bottom boxes because that's where my checklists will go for my to-do lists. Now there's that sticker that I referred to earlier that I was still going to layer with that cluster. I'm leaving it blank because I don't actually know the information for that one particular game, so I'm just writing in the word varsity, and I will leave the rest of it blank for future to fill in as I need to. And then this super teeny tiny little bullet point, it's so cute, and it just really does the trick right there. Now I do clean off my stamps as I use them, mostly because I am a really messy stamper. So I use Huggies baby wipes to clean them off. And you don't have to. You can wash them with soap and water. You can stamp them off onto blank paper, like, or, scratch paper. I just do this because I'm really messy and I would end up with ink everywhere if I didn't just take care of it immediately. I already end up with ink everywhere, so it's just because I'm messy. I'm not always paying close attention, but if I did, stamping is really actually very tidy, or it can be very tidy. I just don't always pay complete attention, so that's on me. Now I'm going to take yet another stamp, and it's this really cute little confetti looking corner, and I'm going to stamp in that bottom right hand corner the same hot pink ink I've been using the whole time, and then I'm going to layer on top of the stamping a sticker. So again, we already talked about how versatile stamping can be. It's versatile because look at this, I'm layering a sticker on top of somewhere that I stamped for a cute little cluster. And I think that that's just magnificent, not only because it looks cute, but then I'm not adding additional bulk. I only have the bulk of one sticker right there. So if that's something that matters to you, like when you're writing on the back of a page, now I'm going to use this frame, and typically it is designed to frame out the entire box, but I'm going to do a little bit of masking. So I put down a sticky note there in the corner, and I'm going to put the block on, or the box on a block, and ink up about half of it, but I don't have to be really precise because I have that sticky note there. So I've just gone ahead and stuck that down, and then once I pull it up, voila, I have a little half box, and it looks fabulous there. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And because there's so many patterns in this release of the ton stamps, I will be doing this a lot because I absolutely just adore this idea and think that it looks fantastic right there. So now you can see that I've got the majority of the week finished, and it definitely leaves some room for things that pop up and all that kind of stuff, but I'm also going to go ahead and just add my checklists at the bottom for my to-do lists. Now, one of the things that I really love about these is not only are they adorable and the spacing is amazing, but the thing with a checklist like this is that I can ink up as many of the shapes as I need. So for this first box, I had written something in the bottom, as you can see, and so I didn't have enough room to ink the whole thing. So I left a couple at the bottom uninked. And then in the next one, the same thing. I left one of the bottom ones uninked. And then I could go ahead and ink them all up for the rest. So that is it for me for this week. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the box below and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much and make it a great day.